The walrus picked up a high school girl at midnight, never expecting to get dragged into a murder case. Since the girl disappeared after getting out of the cab, he, as the last person to see her, became the police's prime suspect. To make things worse, the walrus's neighbor noticed that even though he lived alone, voices could often be heard from his apartment.
別にいつ逃げてもいいんだぜ。閉じ込めてるわけでも縛ってるわけでもない。お前が勝手にここに居ついたんだ。なんで俺ん家来たんだっけな。
The police also caught wind of this and came to search his home, but they found nothing. Officer Meerkat then went to his taxi and took the dashcam's memory card. Before leaving, Meerkat warned the walrus that no matter what happened next, he should not go to the police on his own.
もし言ったら。
わかんないけど拳銃持った指名手配犯がお前を殺すんじゃない？
Officer Meerkat and the walrus had grown up together in the same orphanage, but now, the walrus couldn't understand what his old friend was doing, and the way Meerkat had threatened him didn't seem like a cop, more like a guilty suspect covering his tracks. What the walrus didn't realize was that his random suspicion had actually brushed against the truth. Instead of taking the memory card to the police station, Meerkat handed it over to Baboon, a wanted criminal. But Baboon wasn't the one who killed the high school girl. He wanted to know the truth more than anyone. After checking the card and finding no useful clues, he went straight to the walrus and asked for a favor. No matter who else wanted that memory card, the walrus had to tell Baboon first. The walrus didn't agree or disagree. Instead, he quietly pressed the emergency button under the steering wheel. To buy time, he pretended to be curious and asked Baboon why everyone was so desperate to find the girl. What was really going on with this disappearance? If he knew nothing, he couldn't help. Hearing this, Baboon had no choice but to explain. His boss in the organization was old friends with the missing girl's father. The girl's father had paid a huge sum to find her, which was why Baboon was taking it so seriously. But during the investigation, he also realized someone seemed to be secretly erasing all the clues, preventing him from finding the girl. Baboon suspected that person was another underling of the boss, Hedgehog. Besides himself, only Hedgehog could pull that off, and the two of them were rivals, both wanting to become the organization's second-in-command. So Baboon had to catch Hedgehog red-handed. The only way was to have the walrus wait and watch.
だから今後ドラレコのデータを奪いに来る奴が来たら、十中八九矢野か矢野の取り巻きに間違いない。だから協力してくれ。
This time, he wanted the boss to see that he was the most capable subordinate. After hearing the whole story, the walrus still refused to help. He didn't want to get involved or work with a criminal. Enraged, Baboon pulled out a gun, ready to kill the walrus. But the next moment, police sirens sounded from behind the car. Baboon quickly hid the gun, afraid his identity would be exposed. And the officer who showed up happened to be Meerkat, the one he was colluding with. Meerkat acted as if he saw nothing and returned to his patrol car. Baboon let out a long sigh of relief, and finally began to really look at this ordinary taxi driver. He only knew the guy had a mental illness and needed regular treatment, but he never expected a cab driver to be so calm and sharp.
本当に俺が撃ったらどうするんだ？
別に死んでもいいし。